Hello everybody, hey, Buck Ballard here. I have a few websites I'll tell you about real quick. You can find me, the website that this one is related to, bucksretirement.com. That is a Cynic's guide to making money online. A successful Cynic's guide, I will add to that. I call myself a successful Cynic for one reason. A recent study shows that of all of the people, not with websites, but people trying to make money with their website, 4% make $100 a month or more. Well, I am certainly well within that 4%. Now, interesting statistic, of that 4%, only 9%, not of the total, but of the 4%, make more than $10,000 a month online. So, you know, anywhere between that $100 a month, that $10,000 a month, we're talking some significant money here that can make a difference. So yeah, I'll put myself in that top 4%, and I will call myself the successful Cynic. Today's episode of the new YouTube channel is going to be the half payment program. Before I jump into that real quick, I'll tell you where else you can find me on the web. My son and I do a podcast called The Trucking Podcast. It's not just for truckers, it's just kind of a guy's gearhead show. We both drive trucks. It's the name we picked. We have a whole lot of fun. We have a few guests in now and then. We have a sponsor for that show that puts me well into that top 4% just fine. We have a lot of things going on. It's exciting. I just started a second website with my wife. It's exciting to do something with her. This one is brand new. There's only a few episodes out. And that one is called Tom and Chris Go Camping. And that's Chris with a K. Tom and Chris Go Camping. You can find us there. This website, bucksretirement.com, you're not going to find a whole lot there. I don't spend much time on it. I don't have it proofread. You're going to find typographical errors. You're not going to find a whole lot of money generating stuff. You're probably going to find some bad reviews because I'm going to give you my opinion of a lot of stuff that goes on in internet marketing. But to set up my view of the Cynic's Guide to Making Money Online, I want to start with a story that I call the half payment plan. I'm going to go back a few years, back into the 90s when I lived out on the West Coast. I was a car salesman for many years. I worked in a Chevrolet store. One of our fierce competitors was a Ford store, and Ford, at least out in the West, I don't know if they did it everywhere in the country, came up with this great plan, half payments for the first year. And it wasn't quite true. Let's say you were going to buy a car on a 5-year loan and your payments were going to be $300 a month. Well, your first year would be $150 a month. But since that, back then you had interest rates up close to 10%, since that would barely carry the interest on your car if you put no money down on it, after a year you owed more money than you borrowed, and now you had 4 more years to pay that off. So you either doubled your payments with a 6-year loan, or you had from $150 to $350 payments. Now keep in mind, we're going back 23, 24 years ago when all of this was going on. A $350 car payment was pretty big at the time. Now, let's go to who was looking for these loans. One or two of these salesmen found this niche market. And I don't mean to pick on network marketers. If you're into network marketing, that's just great. It's not my game. I've looked into it. I came really close to giving it a shot one time. It just wasn't my thing. But somebody got into that network marketing niche with this half payment plan and put a whole bunch of these people together on, if you can afford a $300 a month car, come on in and buy a really, really nice $600 a month car, because in a year your downline is going to be so big, you're going to be able to make that $600 a month payment without a problem. Now, we didn't have a half payment plan. We didn't want anything to do with that game, but I'll tell you what, a year from then, we were full of people coming in. My payment's going to go up to $650 a month next month, and I can't afford it. I don't have any money. I need to trade out of it. And we couldn't help them. They'd had this car for a year. They'd put 12, 15,000 miles on it, and it was nowhere near worth what they owed, and you could only refinance so much money. So we had some serious issues. Some of those we sold cars to. Most of them we didn't. Some of those guys, I'm sure, got repossessed. Some of them went to their banks and begged for mercy, and I think they rewrote a whole lot of those loans too, and I don't think they offer those plans anymore. Now, what does this have to do with making money online? I'm going to give you a few things that drive me nuts about making money online. First, the term passive income. When we're dealing with money, we're dealing with accounting, we're dealing with taxable income, we're dealing with the IRS. What you do with your online business, if you tell the IRS that's taxable, that is passive income, and I want to be taxed as passive income, oh no, it's not. It is earned income. Now, there might be different ways within your LLC or your business model that you can deal with that earned income, but it is not passive income. And when I argue this with other internet entrepreneurs, their argument is, oh, it's just like rental property. You work hard at first, but then you sit back and you collect the rent every month. Rental property is not passive income. It's rental income. Talk to your accountant. So it drives me nuts that they keep insisting on using this term passive income because it sounds good. It is not passive income. I work very hard for the money we earn. I make a whole lot less for the money we earn off the website on an hourly basis than I do on my job as a truck driver on an hourly basis. But I put that in knowing it will grow, watching it having grown. If I amortized the hours I put in over the last 3 years, it's very little. I will never be able to call that passive income. I'll tell you what it is. It's dynamic income, and that would be a much better term. It drives me nuts. People start looking for systems. I'm going to buy this system or that system. The big money to make money online is selling stuff to make money online. And that drives me nuts because it reminds me so much of the dealers that were pitching that half payment. Yeah, in a year life is going to be rosy and you're going to be able to make that $650 car payment. Maybe 1 in 100, probably not. Maybe 1 in 1,000. And that's not saying I'm dissing every program out there. I buy tools to help me do things online. I bought several tools. I've invested some money in this. Very little of it with any regret because I'm very selective of what I buy. Maybe I'm too selective. But I'm cautious about somebody who says, buy my course, follow my 9 steps, follow this sequence, everything will work. It might not come that way. I'm going to keep this video short, but I'm going to tell you what's coming in the future. What's coming in the future is some of the mistakes I made. We're going to talk about the awe factor, AWW. I don't have anything to sell on this website. I don't have anything to sell on this video. I have enough people sending me emails asking me about this stuff. I don't have time. I'm going to put stuff out here. I'll tell you what I will probably be doing. I will probably be doing some equipment reviews down the line because I do podcast. I podcast on a budget. But I want to tell you this about podcasting. Go to thesurvivalpodcast.com. Jack Spirko. I'm not saying you got to listen to him. I'm not saying you got to like him. But here's a guy with a comfortable 6-digit income with a 5-day-a-week podcast. He records right into Audacity, a free software program, and he didn't spend $100 on his microphone. That's all he has for equipment. So is all of the equipment I have in this studio fun? Darn right. I have fun buying it. I just got a brand new headset, as a matter of fact. I'm going to show you this real quick, as long as we're here. This just came in yesterday, so my next podcast, I will be broadcasting on my new headset. You know what? That's exciting, and it was a reward for a little bit of what I've been doing with podcasting, but I didn't need it. And anybody who says you do is wrong. So the next episode, I'm telling you now, the next 3, we're going to look at AWW. The one after that, there's Money in the Banana Shack. If any of you guys remember the Netflix show, I can't even think of the name of it, but that was a big theme in the first couple of years. There's Money in the Banana Shack. We're going to be talking about the Banana Shack. We will see you all in episode 2 of Buck's Retirement, a cynic's view of making money online. Thanks for tuning in. Check out truckingpodcast.com. Check out tomandchriscamping.com. I would love to have you guys as listeners of those podcasts. That's one of my goals. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.